Hello and welcome to Barrack Mitsubishi. Today we're going to take you around this 2013 Toyota GT86 and finished in the absolutely stunning and aggressive looking black colour. So what we'll do in summary is just show you the condition of the interior, the exterior, and any stone chips or anything we can find wrong, so there is no surprises when you do come down to test drive this car. So starting at the front, as you can see, you do have a lovely little splitter down here. Really gives the car an aggressive in-your-face look, as well as the matching black paint plate rims as well, just to really set it off. Do have your massive Toyota badge, as well as your lovely projector headlights, indicator and fog lights on either side of the car, which are immaculate. Just coming along the front here, there is just absolutely just a bit of dirt. Apart from that, it is in great condition. There usually where you would see most of the stone chips, but I can't find any. Now I do see just a few little marks just here and here, but they are starting to rub off my finger, which, so I'm hoping it is just an extra bit of polish, which means that'll come up the minute you wash this car. Come along to the front alloy, and you do have a tiny little bit of gutter rash there, but again, very hard to see. Bit of touch-up paint. This is going to look absolutely factory fresh, and you've great tires on there as well. Coming along, and the condition here is the same as the front, immaculate. You do have a slight little chip there, but apart from that, it doesn't take away. A bit of touch-up paint will really hide that, and you do have your lovely 86 badge. The red is just starting to flake off, but again, it is a 4-year-old car. Coming along here, presents absolutely beautiful. Now I'm just going to give you a rub. It is a little bit of extra polish, this white here, but you do have that slight little stone chip there, but a bit of polish may take it out, but we can obviously certainly try. Now coming down, you do have your color coded wing mirrors. There is a slight scratch just there, but again, that's okay. We can always get that a bit of touch-up paint. You do have, just give it a rub. Yep, it's just an extra bit of polish. It's hardened in, as you can see. It's rubbing off literally in my fingers as I rub it. So again, that's in excellent condition. Another feature this car does have is the proximity lock. So you do get 2 factory keys with this, with the proximity, and you simply just touch it like that. Car locks. Touch it like that. Oh, sorry, I haven't touched it right. Touch it like that, sorry, and the car does unlock like that. Simple as that. You just hold your thumb. It's locked. I'll give the key to my cameraman. So as you can see, it's locked. The minute I touch it, it does. Oop, maybe I haven't done it right. And as you can see, sorry, I had the keys a little bit too close. As you can see, it's now not locking, which means the keys aren't close enough. So that means that's a great little safety feature, especially if you're going around with shopping or something. You don't have to hook around, or it's a rainy day for your keys. Again, absolutely fantastic condition. There is slight hairline scratches that have been touched up, but again, very hard to see unless you're in the correct lighting. Looking at this beautiful alloy, there's not a mark. Really gorgeous looking alloy. I love these particular alloys on this car because it really does give the rest of the car a real sports car mean look, and you've got great tread on that tire as well. Coming up here, it's just a little bit of extra polish. So again, that is in absolute fantastic condition. You do have just a few little stone chips there, but again, the way that you need a certain light just to see them, and I'm being very, very picky with this car. Again, absolute great condition along here, and you do have your lovely color coordinated rear sensors as well, meaning you aren't going to hit anything. It'll warn you when you are in reverse. And you do have your lovely black carbon fiber splitter with the 2 chrome exhausts, really in your face, really subtle but really mean as well in sports car, especially coupled with this lovely little sports car spoiler, giving you more aerodynamics as well as more just looking a lot meaner on this car. So what we'll do is just pop the boot, which you can activate from the key, but apart from the key, you do have your boot release under here as well. And as you can see, just get rid of that, the carpet is in immaculate condition. Really well looked after, the same as the rest of the car. And as you can see, you do have your repair stuff under there as well. So just close that up. You do have your massive Toyota badge with your lovely big wide tail lights. Now coming down the passenger side, and just look at this, you do have a slight little scratch just there, on which to me it's annoying, but you know what, a bit of touch-up paint, no one's ever going to see that at all. Coming along here, it is in immaculate condition, brilliant once you give this car a really good clean, which we will do once you do purchase the car, this gets a full detail, this thing will look factory and showroom fresh. Do have a little bit of gutter rash just around there and here, but it can be expected due to this being the passenger side of the car, and another great tyre on there as well. Coming along the passenger side, and the door is in immaculate condition. Just a slight little scratch there, I think, or could be a little bit of extra polish, but certainly have a look at that. And you do have your proximity locks on this side of the car as well. Coming along, another colour coordinated wing mirror. You do have just a slight few stone chips there, but again, nothing too major. And you do have your big 86 badge and your lovely little accent just in here. Coming down to the front passenger window, as you can see, there is a little bit of gutter rash there, and just here as well. But as I have said before, it is usually the passenger side that does get a lot more of the damage. But overall, this car is in excellent condition, especially that it's a 4-year-old car. And if you just look at the top of the roof, just those lines as well, really is a mean looking car, especially in the jet black. Now we'll take a look under where all the power comes for this little sporty little car. So if I just get my camera on to walk in and have a look at the immaculate condition of this engine bay, really emphasises that the previous owner really did look after his cars. This is a 4-cylinder 2-litre petrol engine which will produce 147 kilowatts of power with 205 Newton meters of torque. It is coupled with the 6-speed sports automatic, which means on average from your 50-litre tank you're going to get 7.1 litres per 100 kilometers, so you'll get about 704 kilometers of absolute fun and exuberant driving. It does come with a 5-star ANCAP safety rating because it does have 7 airbags as well. Now to the interior of this beautiful 86 GTS. And just starting on the right hand side here, you do have your automatic folding wing mirrors. So if you are parking somewhere it is a bit of a tight spot, no need to worry. If someone did bump the wing mirror, it's not going to be as tragic as it is sitting out. Do you have your wing mirror controls that you set it to the wing mirror you want, and then use the wee joystick, as I call it, to adjust them the way you want. Do you have your window locks, giving the driver full control rather than just the driver and the passenger. And you do have your auto lock button, so you just literally hold that like that, the door's locked, so if you are going through a dangerous area, don't feel comfortable, you can simply lock them, nobody can get in. Do you have your automatic window down as well, and you just simply press it like that all the way, window goes down, pull it back all the way back up, and it'll go up automatically, leaving your hands free to drive. Now starting on the right, you do have your indicators on the right as well as your wipers on the left. This car does come with automatic headlights, so you can simply just set them auto, especially if you're going through a tunnel. Let you drive in, sensor picks up as dark, lights start, drive out, lights will turn off again, so you do not have to worry about that as well. Just down here as well, you do have your manual boot release, so simply just hold that, pops it from the cabin, given the means if the passenger wants to put something in, then you don't have to get out and do it. The other thing that's down here as well is your dash adjustment. So you simply, when you turn the lights on like that, you'll see it comes up with that beautiful white. You simply just start pulling it down, it will dim them to off, and then you simply just turn it up. So you can adjust that if you are on long drives. It gives your eyes a little bit of a break and the way that you would want them set. Do have your lovely paddle shifts here as well, so when you do pull your into like that, it gives you full control from here, giving you that real sports car feeling as the rest of the car does. Does have your beautiful cruise control just down here. Simply press here to turn it on, pull back to set it, pull down to set it, and then you simply accelerate and deaccelerate that way. Pull back to cancel, or brake will cancel it. Simply press that and it will turn off. Coming just to the lovely dials, which I really do fall in love with even more and more I look at this. Just the way they've positioned them, as well as the lovely chrome to really set it from the black like the rest of the car. Usually because people do read from left to right, they have put your speedo here, then your revs, and then you can simply just check where your fuel is and how hot the engine's getting, which means it is a lot safer and a lot easier and clearer to read. Coming across now into the middle, you do have your nice little screen here, which does come with the sat nav. So just simply click agree, and as you can see, you do have your sat nav. And another great feature which I really do like about this, if you want to change your radio station, most cars nowadays you have to go back to the radio from your sat nav, This simply touch there and it actually comes across on the split screen, showing you got your AM, your FM, your CD, your iPod, your Bluetooth, and also your info on the car as well, which I just really do love. Or if you simply just aren't using that, the sat nav, simply click audio and you'll get a full screen on the audio. Car does come with voice recognition as well. So again, just look at the carbon fibre that is set behind it, along with a leather wrapped steering wheel and the red stitching throughout the car. It really does scream out sports car and really little nippy pocket rocket is what we would call it. Coming down, you do have your clock just here, your hazard lights just here, as well as your passenger warning when you passenger and driver when you don't have your seatbelt on. Me and the cameraman obviously don't have it sitting on, as we are sitting stationary at this moment in time. Just pull this down. Coming further down, now you come into your air conditioning controls, which to me I find the simplest of details is what really sets the car off. So you do have these lovely chrome buttons, as well as your Ford GT supercar style buttons, which in the GT you would see they do have all these little switches exactly like that, just to get the simple stuff, indicators, hazard lights and stuff like that. And this really does show me how this little Toyota has taken inspiration from that to make it a really sporty car. Simply to turn the air conditioning on, just simply turn the middle dial, and as you can see it will turn on. This is dual zone, so simply it's on sync, which means it will sync up. So if it's just a driver driving, as you can see, I can adjust it, as well as the fan speed. Touch there, it's on your feet, front demister, and then just your face. And then obviously you do have your other front demister, so it's solely just on the front, as well as your rear demister down here. Do you have your air conditioning, your recirc button? Simply press dual, and as you can see, I can now adjust these the way I like. Turn it off and it syncs straight back up to the driver, or just simply press the off button like that. So again, that really does, the simplest of details really sets the car off for me. Coming down here, you do have the USB port as well as your auxiliary port, and you do have another USB port which is up here as well. Do have your push button start as well, as I spoke about earlier, is proximity. Simply touch the engine will turn off. And another great safety feature, especially if a kid's in, maybe the kid you don't know is in these bumping buttons, due to the park, you do need to press the decompress the brake as well as put this in park. So as you can see, I've got my foot currently on the brake, press that and the engine won't start simply because it's in drive. Now if I just pop that back into park, press the button, the engine will automatically start as long as the brake has been depressed. It's another great little safety feature which I really do like. Coming further down, you do have that red stitching with the leather matching the rest of the car, which is just such a nice little touch. Do you have your traction control button, you've got your sport mode, your snow mode, and you've also got your VSC sport. So if you are doing maybe a bit of track racing, gives you that more response, more throttle response, but sets the traction control off, so you can turn into them corners a little bit nicer. And if you want to get the back end kicking, which obviously we don't recommend, but you can do that as well. Do you have your two front heated seats? Me and the cameraman do have them on, as it is a bit of a nippy day down in Melbourne today. Do you have your lovely handbrake, again leather wrapped, red stitching, absolutely sensational. Coming down, do you have a 12 volt power socket, as well as your cup holders, which simply move it like that for the driver and the passenger, simply move it back for the rear passengers as well. So what I'll do now is I'll get the cameraman to scan around the interior, and you can have a look how immaculate the seats are, especially the back seats. Looks like they've never ever been sat on, and the rest of this car as well. The other great feature that this car does have is the sports like seats as well. So you do have that lovely leather with the suede insert with the red stitching, which means your shoulders tuck really in. It comes around snug. It makes you really feel like you are in a sports car, even sometimes a racing car. So what we'll do now is we'll quickly go through the service history. So it has had the 14,000 kilometer service, the 25,000 kilometer service. It has also had the 35,000, the 46,000. It's done the 59,000, and then we would have done a intermediate service when we got the car. So currently it has 64,483 kilometers, so it has excellent service history. So yeah, same as the rest of this car, it is all in perfect order and really great condition. Okay, so that is the walk around video of a stunning 2013 86 GTS, finished in the lovely jet black. So in summary, it does have 147 kilowatts of power, 205 Newton meters torque. You're going to get in excess of 700 kilometers to one fuel tank. So it is absolutely stunning inside, out, and even internally as well. So if you think this is a car for you and you want to take it for a test drive, then please do not hesitate to call us on 9907 0555, and thank you for watching.